Hello and welcome back to my channel Coach Say. I hope you guys are doing well and I am very well and fantastic. Today I am going to deal with the judgment which has been delivered by Justice C. Hari Shankar of Delhi High Court. I believe this particular judgment is already been uh, discussed in one of my earlier video, but today I'm going to deal with in some length as it has dealt very well section 35 of the Trademarks Act. It's very often we say that what is there in the name. There is a famous quote by the famous novelist William Shakespeare. What is there in the name? But needless, there is a lot of thing which is there in the name, and everybody has a right to protect their name. This is all the context and the premise on which this judgment is based. Basically, the issue was between two rival corporates for using the trademark. The proceedings were filed by Jindal Industries Private Limited versus Sun City Sheets Private Limited and another. The whole context was that Jindal wanted to uh, uh, seek an interim relief against this defendant, which is Sun City Sheets Private Limited, and thereby they wanted to prevent the defendant from using their logo R&J, which means R and Jindal SS Tubes. This is what the basic premise. The court has observed that the right of a person to use their name on their own goods cannot be compromised, otherwise it would compromise the right to use one's name as an identity marker, which would be ex facie be unconstitutional. In that context, the bench of Justice C. Harishankar observed that to the extent it protects against the interference with the use of one's name, Section 35 has to be understood in that context of the law enunciated in the above decision and those cited within it. The right of a person to use her or his own name on her or his own goods cannot be compromised, else it would compromise the right of the use of one's name as an identity marker, which would ex facie be unconstitutional. In the absence of any such caveat to be found in Section 35, it may be arguable at the very outset whether, while the use of one's name as an identity marker is permissible under Section 35, but the instance it spills over into the trademark territory, it is rendered impermissible. This is very important. As such, the interpretation in my prima facie view would be reading a non-existence proviso into Section 35 and in effect rewriting the proviso. This was the proceeding which was concerning the trademark infringement suit. Jindal Industries Private Limited had taken a legal action against the Sun City Sheets Private Limited and its manager. The objective of this suit, rather the relief which was sought in this suit, was to prohibit the defendant from utilizing the R and Jindal SS tube mark of the term Jindal in any form. So what they wanted to prevent the defendant from using the word or rather name Jindal in any form. The court observed that the Jindal's prayer for injunction would fail on the sole anvil of Section 35 of the Act. On the merit, the court observed that there is no prima facie likelihood of the confusion or a deception resulting as a consequence of the use by the defendant of the mark seen as a whole mark. It possesses several features of distinction vis-a-vis the bare word mark Jindal of the plaintiff, such as the bold and prominent R&J logo, the sun symbol, and the word R&J Jindal SS tubes prominently written below it. It was observed that the mark of the defendant possessed the added matter which is sufficient to distinguish it from the mark of the plaintiff, and therefore no passing off could be made out. Resultantly, the plaintiff's relief was dismissed. This is whole sum and substance, meaning thereby if the alleged mark was capable of distinguishing and differentiating on the bare perusal in principle prima facie, of course there cannot be any case for the infringement or the passing off. Here in this case, the word used Jindal was very distinct with an addition or use of affix or suffix word with it. So it makes very clear distinction and differentiation from the plaintiff's claimed mark as a proprietor of that particular mark. So there was no case for the Jindals to seek any injunction against the plaintiff. The emphasis was more particularly on the use of the name by the defendant in respect to their own goods. So here there was a catch 22, because once you use your own name for your own goods as a trademark logo, of course section 35 cannot be read and extended to read into something which is not there in the particular section. So that is how the whole interpretation was drawn in, and this infringement suit filed by the Jindal against the defendant was not held to the extent of making a prima facie case against the Sun City, and therefore the injunction was not granted, rather it was dismissed. So that's how the whole context. The matter was argued by senior counsel Chandar M. Lal for the plaintiffs, and another counsel for defendant Vaibhav Agnihotri. Judgment is written. It runs into 36 to 37 pages, citing several interpretations, and of course dealing with the infringement of the registered trademark and the concept of the passing off, and dealing with the relevant judgment which has been cited, like the one which is 2015 1 SSC, and then AIR 2018 KAR 135, 2005 SSC 573. These were the judgments which were cited, and in all, sum and substance, the ratio was discussed in length, and ultimately the outcome was that there is no case made by the plaintiffs to support their claim, and therefore the relief sought was declined. The section 35 was in detail discussed. That is the whole crux of the matter. The discussion about section 35 in length is the whole crux of this judgment. I thought of sharing this judgment after reading this. That's how this video is made today. And I hope you have liked this video, and I shall keep coming back to you with some other aspect of the law in my forthcoming videos. I hope that you shall keep following me on my YouTube channel. I believe that you will keep lending your support and blessings in that length. I'm signing off now for a while, and then see you back sometime soon, tomorrow, with another video on another legal aspect of the subject. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.